Hi everybody. This is not a movie review necessarily. This is just an update on a lady, an actress that was in a movie that I reviewed previously. Um, and also, first off, before I actually start talking about this at length, this movie review, I mentioned that this is the second of two videos I'm shooting today. I shot the first one earlier, and I'm going to include it here after this one if you're watching it on Weebly or out of a playlist or something. It talks about Jay Medicine Hat, who was a comedian that passed away yesterday, on August the 13th, 2012. But with that said, here I'm going to talk about what about this thing related to this movie. A while back on this channel, I did a movie review for the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Recently, I've had some rather ignorant comments about that, and I'm going to talk about that here first, and then I'm going to talk about this because obviously there are a few people out there that are retarded. Well, not retarded, just stupid. That's a better word, is ignorant, stupid. Don't throw glass houses because most Americans are fat, whiny, and lazy. And I'm not whiny or lazy. I'm just fat. At least I can lose weight. And I'm not ignorant like some people that, have nothing better to do than to sit around and insult people, which obviously there's a lot of ignorant trolls out there. So, with that said, I'm going to talk about this. Okay, this I found on, of course, Yahoo. And like I do on my main channel, which that goes back to the Jay Medicine Hat thing, I do occasionally talk about on my main channel, I saw it on Yahoo thing. This is one of those things that I saw on Yahoo. This is called Movie Talk on Yahoo Movies. The article is called What's Eating Gilbert Grape Mom Drops 250 Pounds, Hope to Revive Acting Career. This was written by Susie Byrne on Thursday, August the 9th. And I'm going to read this more or less verbatim and then make comments about it. And it shows the pictures and everything. It talks about Darlene Coates' feature film debut was memorable. In 1993's What's Eating Gilbert Grape, she played Bonnie, a morbidly obese, severely depressed mother, and Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio played her sons. Nearly 20 years later, the 64-year-old Texas native has dropped almost 250 pounds and hopes to start acting again. In an interview with the Dallas Morning News, Kate said that a series of health issues caused her to drop the weight from 475 pounds to 331. Her goal is to lose 100 more. Good for her. After a year-long stay in the hospital, which included 3 near-death experiences, she's mostly bedridden and can't walk. But she hopes to. Another hope, to get back into acting, perhaps even to play a mom again. I can do moms real well, Cates told the paper. I don't have to delve very deep to find mom in there. Cates has fond memories of working with DiCaprio, Depp, and the rest of the star-studded cast on Gilbert Grape. She told the newspaper about a surprise birthday party the cast and crew threw for her, and she cherishes a letter that DiCaprio, then 19, gave her when they wrapped. Quote, I'm not really the best in expressing my words in writing, but you are the most special person I have ever met, he wrote. I'll always remember you as the best acting mama I ever had. You triumphed in your role. That's what DiCaprio wrote. The role had many parallels to Kate's real life. She didn't leave her home for 5 years before agreeing to appear on the Sally Jessy Raphael show in 1992 in an episode called Too Heavy to Leave the House. Casting director saw her on TV, and soon she left her home again to go to the Gilbert Grape set. She easily connected to her character, who was so depressed over her husband's suicide that she didn't leave her home for 7 years. Cates received many fan letters following the role. She said she realized how God had used me to touch other people and give them the courage by what I did. She said, and that gave them courage to put themselves out there more. And she still hears from fans about Bonnie, these days on Facebook. I can always tell when Gilbert Grape has been on TV because there'll be a rush of friend requests, she said. Now in physical therapy and no longer diabetic, she hopes to be walking soon and making trips out of her house this fall. She's looking forward to the future, which includes her upcoming 50th wedding anniversary and a potential return to acting. Looking around her bedroom, Kate told the paper, quote, I have looked at these things about as long as I can look at them, and I'm ready to blow this joint. Well, one thing I want to say is I think that's terrific for Darlene because, I know that she was, struggling and everything with that. And she's really pretty in the picture, of her now. I mean, she's really pretty. And then, she granted had issues back then in, 1993. But, really, like she says, is, towards the end of the movie, I didn't always look like this. And, I like the answer that, that she got back to her by the girlfriend, I forget her name offhand. She's like, well, I didn't always look like this either, And it was just, really great. And I'm really happy for Darlene. And I wanted to, get on here and talk about that at length and, say about how great it is that I think Darlene Coates, who played Momma in the movie, she did a wonderful job. And, with losing weight and everything and turning her life around. And, that goes in with the, whole J Medicine hat thing that I talked about in that first video I shot earlier. And like I mentioned, I'm going to include that after this video on my movie playlist 16. So if you want to see it, if you're watching it from the playlist on like my ghostiesinkentucky.weebly.com channel, just hang on, you'll get to see it here in a minute. If you're watching this video on YouTube, find, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, find the movie reviews part 16 playlist off this channel and play all my videos and stuff, and it's on there. Alright, well, anyway, I want to stop here and thank you all for watching and hope you have a great evening. Bye.